So, if phospholipid synthesis is not taking place correctly, it will definitely lead to some diseases, some disorders. One of the most challenging disorder, which is caused by the deficiency of the in the synthesis of phospholipids, is the respiratory disorder known as RDS, or respiratory distress syndrome. It is caused because of the insufficient amount of phospholipids which are produced in the lungs, as a result of which the surfactants role of the phospholipid is not being played well, because I have told you that the phospholipid moieties act as surfactants in the lungs, make these lung surface or alveolar surface a little bit slimy, and decrease the surface tension so that these lungs alveoli are not collapsed. So one of the way to treat this disease is the glucocorticoid therapy, that is therapy by the steroid hormones, is used to accelerate the maturation of the lungs, so that you know that we have told you that this amount of surfactants is an indicator of the maturation of lungs also. And also, because these glucocorticoids, because they are hormones, they induce the genes, they elicit the signaling pathways, which leads to the production of more and more phospholipids because of the induction of genes which produce the or encode the enzymes which are involved in the production of the phospholipid. The postnatal treatment include the administration of natural as well as synthetic surfactants. Then there is also similar disease, but it has relatively acute impact. That's why it's given the name, the acute respiratory distress syndrome, or ARDS. In contrast to the RDS, the ARDS occurs in all age groups. Of course, it will also cause alveolar damage. Some of the causes of them is the infection and injury, fluid as a result of this, because the alveolar part has been damaged, then fluid will accumulate in the alveoli, and the respiratory system will collapse as a result. And also it will lead to impaired gas exchange, because one of the most important function of the lungs is to carry out the gaseous exchange. Ceramide also, we have told you, that is involved in the skin protection. It acts as a buffer so that the moisture in the skin remains there. It inhibits the dryness of the skin. So any deficiency in the ceramide, or any deficiency or disorder in the ceramide metabolism, can affect your skin and will lead to skin related diseases. Now guys, let's finally we move towards the final disorder, which is caused by the deficiency of phospholipids, or the defect in the synthesis of phospholipids, that is nocturnal hemoglobinuria. This is a hemolytic disease, that is, it leads to the lysis of the cells. It is caused because of the deficiency in the GPI synthesis, that is glycosyl phosphatidylinositol, and a very important phospholipid. What happens actually is that the proteins which are anchored by the GPI, they are not able to protect the cells from the collapse, because the GPI is not being produced in really sufficient amount. What happens as a result of this? That this activate the immune system, specifically the complement system of your cells, which leads to the complement mediated lysis of